Well, I'm an idiot. I just went and recorded this video, but I had my mic muted. So, here we go. I get to record it again. Okay, what is up guys? Hello and welcome. Today I'm actually going to be talking about Street Racer, like answering a few questions that I've had people ask me personally. In general, this is sort of just a pretty easy skill. It's sort of self-explanatory. You know, you race, you get XP, you level up. You do not get paid for doing Street Racer. That's the only downside to it. There isn't really an upside to it, but other than just saying that you got 100 in a skill, because Street Racer is pretty easy, it's pretty quick. If you're just gonna go straight from level 1 to 100 in one sitting, which I would not suggest you do, it'd be maybe like 14 to 16 hours. So yeah, let's actually just go ahead and get into the questions. The cars that I would suggest that you get, it really is just up to personal preference. Whatever car you feel you drive the best, drive that car. Depending on the race too, if it's a super, use a supercar. If it's average, I would suggest using the Lexus RC. I think it's RC 350 actually is the actual name of it. And then if you see one that's industrial, that's going to be the Dune Rally, which is like the big rally truck. That's what you'd be using for that. This right here is actually the Wagner, but it has a reskin on it, which is why it looks different than what you would be seeing. And also in the super category, I would suggest the Zentorno as well. They are both very good all-around cars that you can use. The Zentorno is a little better at slow, like methodical maneuvering, and the Wagner is better at like fast sweeping corners. So that's just kind of a general idea that you can have for those two cars. Now, races, once again, it's sort of up to personal preference, but I would recommend that you try and find a race, either just do the long races because they're the longest, so they have the most checkpoints, therefore the most XP, because how street racing works is you actually get your XP based on how many checkpoints you go through. You get it for every checkpoint, rather than completing the race, you get the XP at the end, you get it all like throughout the race at every checkpoint. So the long races that you can do are this one right here, the Spiral. This is one where you have to use the Dune Rally for it. It'll probably take you about an hour. I know the world record is 44 minutes. It's going to take you about an hour to do it. The 44 minutes is like driving perfectly the whole time, which you could do it, but it'll be hard. So there's this. I would recommend doing this one. Then there's this one right here, which is called the World Serpent. This one would probably take you about like 14 or 15 minutes to do it. With this one, as you see, you use the Lexus RC. That's actually a good basis to know what car you should use for a race. Just look at what the world record is, and you can see, hey, like that car's good for this. You'll also see, now that I think about it, you'll see the Italy GTB a lot too. So that's a good choice also. I haven't used it personally just because I don't like that car, but you can use it. Another two races that I used, which are super or just cars in general, so you can use whatever you want, is this one right here called Don't Hate Me. It's like right in the middle of the city. This is for supers. This is one where you want to use the Zentorno because it's tight cornering. Like how that's blocking my thing. It's tight cornering, so you want to use the Zentorno on that one. And then this one down here called Doc Dash. This one I used the Wagner for. I actually got really close to that world record. I had like a 107 something. So I almost had that. I probably could get it if I really tried my hardest, but I kind of more or less stopped doing Street Racer once I got 100. And those are both probably, like this one, you'd probably get in like the 120 maybe. Maybe in the one with like teens for the seconds. And then yeah, this one is about 2 minutes, just about. And yeah, that's pretty much everything. Really, whenever it comes down to street racing, it is almost all personal preference. What race you like doing, what car you like, and switch it up. Don't just do one race the whole time. Like, do different races so that you don't like burn yourself out. And only really do street racing. I would suggest doing street racing sort of as a secondary thing. Like, you could do it while you're working on another skill, whenever you're leveling another skill, whenever you get bored of it, come and do street racing for a little bit, and then you can go back. And in no time, you'll see that like you're gaining some pretty quick levels in street racing. Won't take super long. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for this video. Street Racer is pretty straightforward. So if you have any questions that you want me to answer, or any topics that you want me to cover in future videos, leave those in the comment section down below and I will answer them for you, or get to those topics sooner than later. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye.